That's right, John. All right.
Uh,
All right, here we are. Back for the 2026 season. First episode of the season. Hopefully this is a huge year. This is episode 18. Hopefully there's just like 200 of these by the end of the year.
yeah,
That's
probably will be.
Yeah, that's the plan. But we got some big news in the baseball world in the last 24 hours, especially big news for the Yankees. Cody Bellinger re-signed, 5-year, $162 million deal with opt-outs out for the second and third year. So ultimately, at the end of the day, the Yankees get what they want. Boris does not. I love it all around, especially with the opt-outs.
I think it's great, but I mean, how great do you really feel about it right now? You know what I mean?
Well, I think Belli's going to have a big next 2 years, and then he's going to opt out again. That's what he likes doing. He's going to go get another
Sure hope
paycheck.
so, yeah. I mean,
and if he opts out and they let him go,
I feel like
they have him for this window, and if they get the most out of him, then he's going to opt out probably.
yeah.
And I've got my questions of how much first base he's going to be playing now this year. I mean, now that the outfield the way that it is with Grisham accepting the
can I get a
qualifying
little-
offer.
Yeah. I wonder how it affects our catcher room too.
Yeah, we'll also see if come spring training, Austin Wells is still a Yankee. He probably will be. That's got to be the.
I
Good
think
guess.
he will be too.
Yeah.
I mean, it doesn't seem like there's a lot of buzz surrounding him being, used in any sort of way. But I mean,
Yeah, they have to go get somebody else too. You can't just be like, all right, Ben Rice.
Yeah.
I really want to see Ben Rice at first base every day.
You telling me that Ben Rice can't catch 162 games, dude?
162. He doesn't even need a
You know
backup.
what I mean? Yeah, the
Just
whole
only
year. Yeah, why
backup.
not, you know?
Only no backup catcher on the roster.
Was it like 1924, dude?
Yeah. Unfortunately for the Yankees with the Belli signing, there's no 420 game this year, so we're losing that magic. The home run streak is gonna have to wait till next year to continue, unless there's a
terrible.
rain delay. Maybe Snoop Dogg can bring some rain to
Yeah.
the Yankees' way, so they play on the scheduled off day.
That'd be cool.
Some other moves. We got some players leaving the Yankees. Devin Williams and Luke Weaver back into the bullpen from last year, walking away across town to the Mets. Williams getting 3 years, $51 million. Weaver getting 22 million. Williams completely okay with. Obviously, he got better down the stretch, pitched really well, but obviously the start of the year wasn't too great. So $51 million is quite a lot. I feel like that's a bit of an overpay, even with his upside being so high.
Yeah. I mean, it's a ton of money. One for a guy that, if you look down the stretch of how the Yankee season ended, you think back on a lot of Devin Williams blunders early on in the year that cost them a lot of pivotal games in order for them to not win the division. So yeah, seeing him getting paid that much to essentially, replace Edwin Diaz, which is pretty big ask in and of itself, is pretty crazy, and it gives yourself a little bit of a sigh of relief that you're not paying him that money.
Yeah.
However, replacing Luke Weaver, who holds a special place in me and Nicholas's hearts here, for what he did during that
one hurts, and that one
during that World Series run. Stuff of
he's on the
stuff of legend.
he's on the fucking Yankee calendar right now. He's on the
right
calendar.
there.
He's
and
on
it's a shame.
He's
he's
on the fucking calendar.
I think they were expecting him to still be a Yankee by the time we flipped over that Yankee calendar.
And I would have gave him. I would have gave him the deal the Mets gave him. I would bet my life on him coming bouncing back and being a good pitcher.
Absolutely.
Unless they try to pull some starter bullshit with him like Clay Holmes.
Yeah.
Because
what really
as a
sucks
reliever,
is,
I think he's going to be great.
Yeah, what really sucks is that you look at the Yankee bullpen right now. There's 8 names currently listed. It's Camilo Duvall, David Bednar, Fernando Cruz, Tim Hill, Ryan Yarbrough, Caleb Ort, Paul Blackburn, and Brent Hedrick. How many of those guys do you truly feel like you're confident in late game situations?
Yeah.
To my mind, there's really only 2 on that list that I feel more than decently comfortable with.
Right.
And that's David Bednar and Ryan Yarborough.
Yeah, and fucking Doval could turn.
Yeah, I mean, you're hoping for a bounce back year for Doval because
sure.
he definitely didn't do what he was intended to do. However, I mean,
I am confident in Cashman to go get an arm though if it does become a problem.
I'm sure too, and especially given you look at our starting rotation, it's whether you like it or not, by June it's going to be an overcrowded 5-man spot that you need to fill, and
barring injury,
you got guys like Will Warren that can go down, Luis Hill that have incredible stuff that can potentially become relievers down the stretch. So it's going to be, I think, a long waiting game for this bullpen to see what really happens with it.
Yeah, for sure, and I think I think Bednar as long as he doesn't kill himself in the World Baseball Classic or something, I think he'll be huge.
I mean, Bednar is really the only one that I feel 100% rock solid on that I can, trust to at least close,
Yeah, it does feel good having a guy that that he can close games. The Yankees are going to have him continue to close games. It's kind of been over the last couple of years. It's between even as good as Weaver was, they never really wanted to throw him in the closer role. Williams last year, on and on. Obviously Chapman for so many years in and out of that role.
100%, yeah. There's been so much instability with the role that it's nice to see, like you said, somebody that is not, hopefully not going to move, Yeah,
that a fan has trust in, and obviously the Yankees have trust in. So that's huge. The last move that we're going to talk about here is Ryan Weathers. I think this is a huge, sneaky little pickup. A lot of guys are picking him to have a huge year.
Pickup, absolutely.
Yeah, they got rid of a bunch of nothing. I 3 guys in the top 30. Only Brennan Jones is 15, Dylan Lewis 16, and the fourth guy in this trade, I don't even know who it is, Juan Matthias. I've never heard of that guy in my life, so not too worried about it. And last year he did only pitch to a 3.99 in 38 innings, but he did strike out 37 guys. He was sitting at 97 all year. He's got a huge sweeper, good change. As far as left-handers go, with velo last year, he was in the higher. He was up there in velo percentage.
It sounds like a guy you can mold, and especially it sounds like a guy that's going to have a pretty prominent role early on, given the stable struggles that we got going on right now.
Yeah, he's going to have a big opportunity in the Bronx come the beginning of the year, and that's another good bet early on who's going to be sneaky in this rotation, and Ryan Weathers is definitely on that list. He's also another guy whose dad was a Yankee, had a huge strikeout in the 96 World Series in Game 6. Yeah, he came in the 8th, had a huge strikeout, and just like his dad went from the Marlins to the Yankees. Very interesting.
You're telling me that 30 years later, the New York Yankees are winning the World Series because of that?
Yeah, maybe. Ryan Weathers, repeat Game 6.
Sounds as though.
Yeah, Game 6, 8th inning, we need a strikeout. Come on.
Following in footsteps, it sounds like.
Yep. Lastly here, we've got some Hall of Fame inductions last night. Carlos Beltran and Andrew Jones getting into, former Yankees, obviously late in their career Yankees.
Yeah, shout out to Andrew Jones. I think we're still a little mixed on Carlos Beltran, depending on the whole Astro thing. So
yeah, I don't know if congrats is he's gonna end up going in with a Mets hat.
Whatever.
Series.
Talk to you later.
I think they both definitely deserve it. Beltran, obviously, his numbers pretty much speak for themselves. Almost 2,700 hits, 435 homers, over 300 stolen bases. Has one of the best postseason performances ever. 8 homers in 12 games in Houston in 2004. So he's obvious. The one that wasn't so obvious was Andrew Jones, who only got 7% of the vote his first time on the ballot in 2018, and slowly over the years has just crept his way up. He ended up getting 78%, so just over the hunch.
Thank God, that would have sucked.
Yeah. Yeah, and in his numbers, I can understand the argument against it. He's not even at 2,000 hits, but he does have over 400 career homers, over 150 stolen bases, and postseason numbers. He's a 270 postseason hitter, 10 homers and over 70
Good enough for me.
postseason games. Yeah, World Series, big time postseason guy. 10 Gold Gloves. And
I mean, if you can get 10 Gold Gloves, I mean, I think that alone at least deserves, you know.
And he's the NL MVP in 05 if it wasn't for, like, the craziest Albert Pujols season ever. So,
yeah.
I think he's obviously in. You agree, both these guys in?
100%, yeah. I'm surprised it took Andrew Jones so long, just considering his defensive prowess. But obviously, you know, the Hall is going to look at offensive numbers much more predominantly first. But, you know, whatever. Glad to see both from
And that 400 home run mark is starting to slowly just become what 500 used to be. So, I mean, both these guys over 400 with good defense, stolen bases, postseasons. I mean, I think they both got to be in. Lastly, real quick, World Baseball Classic. So far, we got 3 Yankees. We got Judge and Bednar for USA. Please don't die. And then Jazz.
Please don't die.
Yeah, Jazz going to play for Great Britain.
Lucky tea and crumpets for some reason.
I mean, I guess he's
able
to play
for the Bahamas owned by Great Britain?
No. But since they were a British colony,
so he's getting grandfathered in to go play for them.
Yeah, they're like just acting as he's like it was a British colony. So,
what does the Bahamian baseball scene look like?
I can't really. I know there's a couple more, and it's probably we're gonna look it up after this.
We're gonna be like, wow, that guy's from the Bahamas, yeah.
But yeah, Jazz. It's the only one that really comes to mind.
Good for him.
Yeah, maybe
he'll play the United States and lose fucking 20-1 again.
Maybe he'll be the one solo bomb.
Yeah, he'll just hit one solo shot and just pimp it and fucking.
Yo. All right. So I think that's it for tonight, at least.
22 days until pitchers and catchers report.
Something I don't know if that's the exact date. I kind of just looked at Valentine's Day and counted 22 days when I said that's roughly.
22.
I don't remember what the exact spring training date is.
Who's counting?
Me? Somewhat. We're getting there. Hopefully the Yankees make some more moves soon. We do this again sometime before pitchers and catchers.
Hopefully real soon.
Yeah, hopefully real soon. Now that Belli's signed and we could focus on everything else. All right. Fucking smell you.